What's up, y'all? Happy Fatu Friday, man, with a main one. Drop the most trillest vlogs here on earth, all right? You heard that, right? Yeah, here on earth. Man, look, before we jump into this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, I do have the dopest merch here on earth. Yes, I said the dopest merch here on earth. Go right here, it's gonna be right here. Click this mug right here, okay? Yeah. Saying this vlog, we're gonna be talking about my debut at TNA, all right? We had a double back, you know what I'm saying? You guys know I always go to New York once a month, and this trip to New York was way different, you know what I'm saying? I never experienced nothing like this. Not one of the biggest TNA shows. This was the biggest show in TNA history at TNA Slammiversary. I think the attendance was like over 7,600. So yes, that was the main one's biggest crowd that I wrestled in front of. A couple days, you know, leading up to the debut, obviously got the phone call from Westside Gun and Smoke. And it was like, Ayos, you ready to go? And I'm like, you know me, I'm always ready to go. What's the play? They ended up telling me, you know, well, we're gonna collab with TNA. And as soon as they said that, I was just overwhelmed and I was hella excited. You know, I'm like, damn, I'm about to be on TNA. The reason why is because those of you guys that don't know, my father used to wrestle for TNA long ass time ago. The only TNA match I remember is literally, I think it was a 3-on-3, and then my dad, he was working with R-Truth. Throughout this whole experience, it was a full circle for me. And those of you guys that already know, you know what I'm saying, my whole journey is a full circle, you know, experience. And just me doubling back to TNA and being one of the very few Fatus / Anawai member to go there. Yeah, man, when we got the phone call, they let me know, and they was like, hey, man, be ready. So going into it, I say we pulled up, it was me and Josh. Enzo was already there. He probably caught his own limo there or whatever. And yeah, as soon as we got there, man, it was nothing but, you know, game time. It was nothing but, you know, we're gonna take over the show regardless if they, you know, regardless of where they put us at on the card. We're still gonna do our part and we're gonna, you know, excel. It was pretty dope because, you know, Wes and Smoke, you know, even though that they're owners of Fourth Rope, man, they still take care of their talent, you know what I'm saying? And we pulled up in a nice little presidential Cadillac, and it felt like a real show. It felt like a real show, and I know it is a real show, but going into it, as soon as we got out the car, cameras was already on us. So I thought that was pretty cool because they ended up getting us walking from the car to the locker room. Just meeting the producers, meeting the, you know, production people, the other staff you guys don't see on TV, the talent there, met the president, like all of them, bro. You can just tell like they wanted to be there. You know what I'm saying? You can tell that they put the 2 cents in to have a, you know, a legendary show. And kudos to all the people you guys don't see on TV, man, because I met damn near all of them that night, and man, it was nothing but love, and you could just tell they wanted to be part of the show. You know what I'm saying? And I can definitely see, you know, the WWE, you know, rub that they got, and they're doing a tremendous job, man. Shout out to the whole TNA and President Silva for having us there. Speak for me and Fourth Rope, we're more than blessed to be there, and we're happy that you guys gave us the opportunity to, you know, showcase our talent and showcase what Fourth Rope is all about. And you guys know I'm a fat boy, so I was like, man, where the catering at? Where the catering at? So we ended up going to the catering, bro. They had nothing but chicken, rice, vegetable, bro. They had all desserts there. They had everything. So, you know me, I end up, you know, getting my 2-3 plates in, and then, man, yeah, it was time to, you know, lock in. It was time to tighten up. When we got there, you know, we went over the card, we went over everything, and man, those of you guys that don't know, we were supposed to be number one. You know what I'm saying? As soon as the show started, we were supposed to be number one, and for some odd reason, they kept pushing our match back. You know, so after match 1, they was like, hey man, we're gonna put a Fourth Rope match after. So when match 2 went on, we're thinking we're gonna go next. No, sir. Another match goes on. And I think when they kept pushing it back, man, it was making me real nervous. Yeah, man, it was a return of the boy AJ Styles. I was able to, say what's up to him. It was real quick, but he still, telling me to, keep going, stay in the gym, get yoki, and then just stay consistent, man. So shout out to AJ Styles for, just giving the young talent some love and giving me some advice, because, I need it. And yeah, man, it was always good seeing Santino Marella too. He was there. I think, he played a role in, kind of calming me down. But it's always love seeing him, and it's always, love when it comes to, hearing different stories about my dad that he told me. And it's always love just hearing him, what he went through when he first started. And because, yeah, man, I was going around, they was like, Zilla, you good? I was like, hell nah, I'm hella nervous. You know what I'm saying? But, man, shout out to the OGs, and shout out to, once again, AJ Styles, bro, for giving me that knowledge, man. That was all love. I was just so caught up in my head, man, right? So when I got there, obviously we had our own locker room, whatever, go in there, and bruh, I see Jeff Hardy, I see Matt Hardy. Obviously I go pull up on Jeff Hardy because, big fan, one of my favorite wrestlers, and not only that, was one of my dad's best friends. Go pull up on him, I say what's up, to Matt, and I think they just made me at ease, and they made me calm, you know what I'm saying? Because I was hella nervous, overthinking everything. And then, yeah, it was just me and Jeff. We was just chopping it up. And then, I put my gear on and everything. I'm getting ready. We're still talking, we're sitting around each other. We got our gear, putting our gear on. And then I was like, bro, I gotta double back and get the face paint from Jeff Hardy. Like, who wouldn't get their face paint from Jeff Hardy, bro, right? So, yeah, I had a double back, and I was like, hey, what's up? He was like, what's up? I was like, bro, you can paint my face? He was like, yeah, what do you want? I was like, bro, I gotta get the red, the black, and the white. And then, obviously, he already painted my face in Austin at a 4th Row show, but this one, I told him, hey, I want the same way you did it in Austin, but, like, I'll add those eyes, that, the same eyes you have right there on your face, add those to my shit. And then, bruh, he did, bruh, you know what I'm saying? I think right after that, that's when I locked in, bruh. I was like, okay, hold on. I got that Jeff Hardy rub, and I think, him and Matt, bruh, they made me just feel calm and at ease, and they made me remember who the fuck I am, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to the Hardies, man, for, being there for the main one, man. The TNA people already came out. You had Jake Something, Mance Warner, Steve Macklin. They already came out. And then we were just waiting on our cue. And that cue was Enzo's music, It was Enzo's song. And we all came out as one because we wanted to be able to represent 4th Row as one. And like I said, before going out there, man, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I threw up like 2 times, maybe 2.5, you know what I'm saying? But I did throw up like 2 times, bro, before going out there. And all I remember is Enzo was like, hey, youngster, come on, tighten up, get with it. And, I shook back. And yeah, man, went out there, and the first thing that I seen was all the people, man, all the fans, all of you guys, man. And it felt so, it didn't feel real. At first it felt like a dream. And then obviously when I stood up there for, however long I stood up there for before we end up walking the aisle, I think that's when it kicked in. And especially when Enzo put me over in the promo, you know what I'm saying? Whenever he said my pop's name, that's where, it hit me. If you guys go watch it again, I looked up, basically, acknowledged my pops for everything he's done for me in this business. And it was pretty dope, It was pretty dope that Enzo did that, for me, because going in, man, we don't know what's gonna happen, man. We don't know what's gonna be said or what, but shout out to the real one for, throwing that in there. Going into these shows, especially a show like this, time is everything. and they gave us, you know, our time. And by the time I got in there, we was already like fucking like 5 minutes or 4 minutes left. So I had to start the match, man. I was like, damn. And all the nervousness and everything went away, bro. Soon as Mans Warner hit me with those bad motherfuckers, man, I woke up and I shook back and I really locked in. How you say it? I was still overthinking everything, you know, within the match. But, you know, having guys like, you know, Enzo and Josh Bishops, bro, they just made everything, you know, much easier. And not only that, I think the fans there, you know, them screaming my name, them yelling out my last name, Fatu, before I came out and when I was out there, I think that kind of, you know, shook me back and was like, you know, hey, Zilla, you the main one, so go ahead and, you know, put the work in and show them, you know, what you about. We got the dub. I spiked Steve Macklin. Took off the mat by Jake something, man. And that mug hurt. That mug hurt. When I took that dog, that mug hurt. I ain't even see, bro. I didn't even see him. But throughout the whole match, it just went, it was a blur too at the same time. It was quick. And then by the time I realized, you know, after I spiked Steve Macklin, when the match was over, I'm like, okay, cool, that was it. But for some reason, I had a feeling of wanting more. Like I wanted more. And you know, us at Fourth Rope, that whole day, we just wanted to give them an appetizer. You know, we wanted to give the world an appetizer, and I think that was a good ass appetizer. Even though I wanted to do a little bit more, but it's okay. We're gonna double back. I believe in, you know, Fourth Rope. I believe in, you know, Fourth Rope's vision. That's why, you know, I'm working with them. And not only that, man, it's a family thing, bro. It's bigger than wrestling, you know. And we are, you know, the Forbidden Door, and I can't wait to show you guys what we're, you know, what we about. And this is only the beginning too. So once again, man, shout out to TNA, shout out to President Silva, shout out to all you guys that, you know, made that show legendary. Shout out to all the talent that was on the card. Shout out to, you know, who else? Prime. Shout out to Wes and Smoke, man. You know, we're gonna put on for the Fourth Rope, and we're gonna put on for the culture, you know, the right way. So just know this is only the beginning, and you guys will, you know, you guys will start seeing more legendary, you know, matches, and not only that, legendary collaborations, man. But yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, man, all right? Drop the comments right now, whatever you guys want to know about the TNA experience, you know, whatever, man. Drop it right now, let me hear it so I can go ahead and double back and hopefully, you know, answer all you guys' questions, you know what I'm saying? So.